Welcome to the Figure Zone. Today we're going to do a little bit of customizing. If you happen to have any of these Toys R Us X-Men figures, they all come with this extra outfit. Don't try to take it off your figure, you'll destroy your figure. Not fun. So get yourself a cheap like a $20 body off eBay, and you can actually get all of this gear on the cheap body and get yourself a cool looking X-Men figure in the uniform from the Dark Phoenix movie. Now when you're popping this thing on, this zipper actually comes all the way off and it goes on pretty quick. It was pretty easy. Took me like 2 tries to line this little piece up here, but it went on rather quick. You know, push the arms back, get the thing in. Worked out pretty nice. The pants are very snug, so you got to sit there and play the pull game, pull them up a little bit, pull up each little section at a time, and it takes about 5 minutes. Before you do that, on the bottoms down here, where the foot peg is, there's the actual leg piece, and it's a little bit sharp down there in some of these bodies. So I suggest taking some painter's tape and just wrapping that little area down there, because it'll prevent you from ripping your pants. Rip the pants, you're not going to have a good day. So tape both of those up, pull up the pants very slowly, and I took the wrist pegs out before I did that too. That way these things don't bend around and move around, and pretty much that's what you got. Now when you get the body, pull down the zipper a little bit without breaking it, because the zippers are very fragile. You get this head that comes with this piece on it. So now this will work if you have a head with the attached neck, but I'm working with this Quicksilver figure right here, the Speed Silver, whatever his name is there. He's the guy I'm going to be customizing for this, just for now. So he won't work for this, so you got to pretty much pop this thing off. So get the pliers, pop it off, and you're going to pretty much insert a neck piece. Now, when you get a neck piece, it's got a bottom like this, and this is the top. Ignore that little piece right there. So I had no idea on this ball here, there's actually another ball on top of that. It's a freaking cap. So that cap works just with this piece right here. So it's pretty cool. I had no idea. So when the cap's on, you can put this thing off. You can pop this on right there. If you want to put a neck piece on, like this little neck piece that comes with the bodies, you got to pop this cap off, or it's never going to fit. The ball is just way too big. So I had no fracking idea. So that was a fracking pain. And I had to go on some forums to try to figure it out. And learn stuff new every single day. Once you get that on, you can take your neck and pretty much jam it on. There you go. Now it's jammed on. Okay, now that piece is on. Now inside the neck, see there's a big huge hole here. There was this little piece inside the neck. Now it's hard to pull the thing and push it into it. Sometimes you get lucky. You can just get lucky and pop the thing in once and it works. If not, what I did was I took the pliers and just yanked the thing out. Don't like doing it, but if you're sitting there struggling to put the neck on and it's just jamming around, it's too much of a pain. Don't even bother. So you take the little thing off, stick it on the ball joint at the end, then you can pretty much pop it on. Once you have that, you can decide how far you want to pop the thing on or off. Zip up the jacket very slowly, and then you got this, which is pretty awesome. So now you got your head attached. Once you got your head attached, all the bodies come with a bunch of hands. Usually they come with like 6 pairs, some even more. You can pretty much take those pairs, pop on the wrist pegs, and it's just a basic wrist peg. Pop that thing on, you're good to go. If you want just a regular hand, if you have your figure ready, of course, what you do, unless you just bought a head off eBay, you can just take the actual figure's hands that came with it, part of the uniform, and you can easily pop those things on too. So it's up to you if you want like uniform style hands. I think in the movie in Dark Phoenix, they didn't wear gloves or anything on their hands. They just had open hands, except for of course like Beast, which is, you know, furry hands. So you have that option to do that. I think it looks cool without it. And again, if these things get stuck, just yank it out, stick it back in. It's pretty much like a basic ball joint piece. So you pop that thing in, slide the wrist down. Now you got yourself some hands. I had some basic boots laying around for a build a while ago, and I just didn't use them, so it came like this. And pretty much split cut is just so much more better. And it's interesting how to do this with the way, but find like a seam in the boot then pretty much take an X-Acto knife. I used a hobby X-Acto knife and just pretty much cut all along the seam. Now you got a two-piecer going on, which is nice. So then pretty much you can find the right foot. You can slide this piece on now. Then if you have a foot, some of them come with the ball joint hole inside there, and you just pretty much pop that thing on there. I don't have the ball joint on there, unfortunately, so we're going to show you a trick with that. So first thing we're going to do, get these mamma jammas on right here. Sometimes it's a little hard to do because of the pants. Get those things on right there. Okay, if you don't have any boots with the pegs already built inside of them with the peg hole, there's a trick you can use, because I didn't just go and buy a new pair of boots. I just had a random pair. These bodies come with a pair of feet. So pretty much what I used to always do in this situation is just kind of take the feet and kind of like jam them in there. Pretty much at a point where now the foot is your peg hole pretty much. Now some of these boots are a little bit, tiny bit stiff. So I advise heating them up a little bit. Then you can pretty much get that mamma jamma in there. And there you go. Now I've got the right foot. Then you can pretty much come over to here, pull this thing back much as possible, line up your boot, get in there, pull as much as possible, line up your boots. See, I want to show you all this because this is how you do it sometimes. It's really fun. And you gotta jam that thing in there. There it goes. Then once you have that, figure out where your boot lines up. At this point, I don't care, because this is a boot. It looks cool. So find your spot. Always find a spot actually before you put the boot on. So when the line this thing up, you go, that ain't right. Keep finding the spot. I think that was the back, or was that the front? I think it was right there. That was the back. Yeah, so right there. So yeah, pretty much, and that's how you can get a little trick to get the boot on if you don't have a boot with a peg inside of it. So jam the foot in there and use a split cut. That way you can just pop the thing off when you want and adjust this. Push the pant leg down in there a little bit more if you want to, because these things are a fracking pain. They'll wrinkle up a little bit. So there you go. That's how you get the feet in. Once you've got your feet and your hands on and your head, you've pretty much got yourself a custom figure. So now you can pretty much use this figure, and you've got a custom Quicksilver figure. If you want to take your Cyclops, pop his head off. I believe Beast's heads comes off also, and possibly Nightcrawler. You won't get the cool tail going on in the back, but from the front it will look pretty cool. So if you can find these guys on like eBay with just the heads. He came with the extra head, which is cool. I had the deluxe version, the luxury version. Ooh, luxury. So I had the special version with the two heads, so this worked out perfect. You pretty much take any figure you want, and then you can have some fun with it. And here's a quick one. If you have the figure with an attached neck, you're going to use these two pieces here. You're going to put this cap back on. If I can do this on camera, hunched over here. Find the little peg. Put the bigger peg over it. Jam on it. There you go. Got that one. And you got this little neck piece. Take your custom head with the neck. Find this little piece here. This head did not fit properly in there. So what I did was I took the X-Acto knife and kind of cut along the ridge here so I can get this head on. Let's see if I can do it on screen, because this thing was fracking tight. Let's see if I can get this. Get this. You can do it. You can do it. Line it up. Pop it in. There we go. Only left a couple little marks on me. Pretty cool. Then you come over to here. You pop it in. Pop. You zip it up. Now you have yourself a custom John Wick X-Men figure. Everybody wanted him in the Marvel Universe. Here we go. So again, you can pretty much take any figure you want and throw the head on there, and now he can be in the X-Men. So it's pretty cool. The possibilities are endless. So yeah, quick tutorial how to do this. It's not too hard to do. Sometimes it's a pain. If you know exactly what tools you need, like basic pliers, all the pieces, what they all do, it can pretty much go smoothly. It took me a couple times to get the hang of this, and it's not fun, but once you get it down and get the hang of it, it just becomes easier. There's little small problems you get once in a while you have to fix, unfortunately, but you kind of go with it. Check the forums, people are always there to help you out, which is pretty cool. And have some fun with this. And like I always say, it's not a doll, it's an action figure.